It's 17:30 GMT. This is Eyewitness News on 97.3 Citi FM. I am Umaru Sanda Amadu. Tonight I'm here with
Ejubi Wiafe Akenting.
And coming up over the next 90 minutes.
But they have to get it right this time. So therefore will not be impugning negative motives into why the military. This is the military we trusted who have done this job over and over and over again.
Ghana Armed Forces sets Thursday for continuing with the recruitment process, which was suspended last week following the death of 6 recruit hopefuls. Also, coming up, confusion in Kwawu in the eastern region after IGP orders the release of the chief who was arrested in a dawn raid by armed and uniformed police officers. And later, on Eyewitness News, former Minister for Environment, Professor Kwabena Frimpong Boateng, goes guns blazing on his party, the NPP, attacking the NEC and the Council of Party members for what he calls undemocratic conduct. Stay with 97.3 Citi FM for more on this and many other stories on Eyewitness News. And in business,
Government reaffirms growth and job creation as core pillars of 2026 budget.
That's in 50 minutes from the Citi Business Desk. The show is live across Ghana on a number of affiliate stations. On Point Blank, which is 30 minutes past 6 or 30 minutes to 7, we'll be bringing you a conversation with the newly elected president of the Ghana Medical Association. The professor will be joining us here for Point Blank. If you want to know how to listen to Eyewitness News outside Accra, let me give you a list of stations. In Western Region, we are in Takwa on Adwenpa 100.7 FM. We are also in Takrady on Beach 105.5 FM and Sky 93.5 FM. In the Bono region, we are on Greener 95.9 FM in Sunyani. In the Ashanti region, we are on Kumasi-based Focus 94.3 FM, as well as Orange 107.9 FM. In Tajevu, in the Volta region, we are on Revival 99.3 FM. In Hohwe, we are on VOV Radio 95.7. In the Northern region, we are in Bimbila on Radio Bimbila 91.9 FM. In Upper East region, we are in Garu on Quality 88.7 FM. In the Upper West region, we are in Jirapa on Jirapa FM 96.1, as well as in Wa on Tongsun 97.3 FM. If you're going outside the country, you can just go to our YouTube channel, subscribe, and follow the proceedings. Alternatively, you can also go to citifmonline.com or just download our Citi News app and get to listen to us. You can also send your messages so the world hears what you think of the stories we are bringing you. 0549 986 996. There's a WhatsApp number, 0549 986 996. This is Eyewitness News on 97.3 Citi FM. We are coming to you from our studios in Accra. I am Umaru Sandamadu here with Ejubi Wiafe Akenting. Let's start off with the military exercise that was suspended last week by the president following the death of 6 recruit hopefuls. The Armed Forces has made fresh announcements. Let's understand further what they are doing. The Acting Director General in charge of public relations at the Ghana Armed Forces is Captain in charge, or Ghana Navy Captain Veronica Ajo Ahin. She's joined us on the line. Madam, you're welcome to Eyewitness News on Citi FM.
Thank you very much, Imoro Sanda.
Most grateful. First of all, it's nearly a week after that stampede that caused that took the lives of 6 young girls. What have been the major interventions and some of the things that the military has done following the death of the 6 girls?
Thank you so much, Moro Sanda, sorry.
Okay, it's Umaru.
Umaru, okay.
You
are
okay.
Yes, that Wednesday is a tragic incident, and then anytime I get the opportunity, I think it's just proper that I apologize on behalf of the Ministry of Defense and the Ghana Armed Forces. We extend our condolences to the bereaved families. The Ghana Armed Forces has taken a number of steps, and one of them, under the direction of our Commander-in-Chief, is to constitute the Board of Inquiry, which has started. The officers in charge of the department that is responsible for recruitment have been asked to step aside. We've also come up with new centers to help the process go more smoothly. And so we have LWAC, where we are going to have 2 centers. We have the Nicholson Park also going to be put into 2 centers, and then we have the the Training and Doctrine Command, also 2 centers. In addition to that, we have the Air Force Base, Accra. It's actually in Bema Camp. And then we have the Eastern Naval Command, also in Tema. So we have increased the centers. We have beefed up our numbers. And we are going to be restricting the naval personnel to Eastern Naval Command to undergo their screening process there. We are also going to restrict the Air Force applicants to the Air Force Base, Accra or Bema Camp. And then the rest of the centers will be used for the Army candidates. So that is what we have done so far. Aside that, the government also delegated an entourage to visit the families of the bereaved, of which myself and other senior officers were also part. And we went around, and I must say it's a very tragic incident that we are pained, and we really extend our condolences to the family.
I see. So you visited the families of the bereaved, the bereaved families. What
Yes.
about the injured? What's the state of affairs? What do you know so far?
Okay. Thank you. The injured are doing well. They are at the hospital and they are receiving the best of care. On the day of the incident, we had 5 people at the ICU, intensive care. As we speak, 3 of them are doing well and they've been moved to another ward. On the day of the incident, 29 people came to the hospital. As we speak now, we have about 16 currently there. For those in the intensive care now, we have 1 that is also doing well. We are left with 1 who is not doing too well. Others, they are all receiving care. Some have been discharged and they have gone home, and they are getting the best of care, that I must say, because we are praying that we do not lose another life. So we are giving them all the best that we can.
I see. So does it mean that the armed forces is taking care of the medical bills, or government is doing it? What is the situation?
Oh, the armed forces is a baby of the government, if I can put it that way. So yes, 37 is taking the full bill of everybody that comes there with any form of accident related to this incident. The bill is being borne by the 37 military hospital, and for that matter, the government, because we rely on the government for our subventions. Yes.
You've also previously announced that through the minister that the bereaved families would be given a package where, or they'll be compensated where a member of the family would be given the slot that would have possibly gone to the deceased. Can you tell us more on that, how it's going to be done, and also if there are any other compensatory plans for the bereaved families?
Well, for this question, I would have wished we reserved it for the minister to talk about it.
Very well.
I was part of the entourage, and indeed he mentioned it. And the understanding is that if we get another person who is qualified to join, the family will give that opportunity out to a qualified person. I've heard a number of media houses saying that, so if the person comes and is unwell, would we take the person? No. We'll give the family will be given another opportunity to present somebody who was qualified.
Okay, so you're not going to lower the bar necessarily to accommodate?
No, not necessarily. The person will have to meet the physical fitness standard, will have to meet the medical fitness standard, because we do not want to lose persons during training. But as to compensation and the others, I believe that the minister is better placed to speak about them. Okay.
But do we know what caused the stampede as yet?
Thank you for that question. I think I mentioned it earlier on. A board of inquiry has been constituted to help us understand what really went wrong. Over the years, all our recruitments have been done at LWAC. And for the first time this year, it has been decentralized to all the 16 regions. So that we are still at a loss as to what led to the stampede. Because we've had numbers that are quite high, just like this one. But there's always some orderliness. So we are still at a loss as to what led to it. And I wouldn't want to preempt the findings of the Board of Inquiry. And so I would rather we hold on when the findings come out to be able to ascertain what really went wrong. Because we've done this over and over again, and we have always been doing everything in LWAC. Everything was done in LWAC.
So this time, I think you did something in the same thing exercise was happening in Sekondi and Kumasi. You were saying that these people would have previously been at LWAC as well.
Exactly. Everybody across the country would have been in LWAC as well.
So this is the first time we are seeing decentralization, but it's also the first time we are seeing this level of stampede and death.
That is very true. And so the process is going on in all the 16 regions as we speak. I know you have media stations across. You can check. We have them across all. But for that, you can just imagine the numbers. So we are still at a loss that we thought we were bringing something innovative. And for this very year, we are having this unfortunate incident. I believe that it is time for us to review whatever we are doing and come out with a better process. It has served us over the years, but unfortunately, it has failed us this year. And going forward, we will take steps to correct it.
Okay, now let's talk about what is happening on Thursday. So you've broken it down. You said those who are going to the Navy would go to Tema.
Yes.
Or those who applied to go to the Navy would go to Tema. Those who applied to go in the Air Force, would come to Burma camp.
Yes,
but you will still maintain LWAC for the Army.
Yes.
You've also said that LWAC will be divided into two. How would that work out?
Okay. So the LWAC is quite spacious, that you can break it into as many parts as you want. But we want to divide it into two main screening groups because of the numbers, so that we do not leave anybody out. So we'll break it into two main screening groups. So we'll have one screening team that will have the medical team, the records team that will check their certificate. We'll have a team that will check their, we'll check their physical we'll do a physical check. For instance, if it's flat foot, if the person has knocked knees and all that, those persons, unfortunately, may not be picked because of health grounds. So we are going to have two main groups at the stadium. It can always be divided into two by using any barricade or anything to divide it.
But do we know what the capacity of the LWAC is and whether the numbers that you are bringing would fit?
Okay. The numbers that we are expecting in LWAC will not be more than 1,200. Because each group is going to be 600. The two groups, each one is going to be only 600. So we'll be having 1,200. I know the capacity of the LWAC is in thousands. I'm not sure of the exact figure, but I know it is more than 3,000 or 5,000. I think I need to confirm the exact capacity.
That's fine. And you are doing about 1/3. And are you going to do morning and afternoon like the Minister for the Interior announced for the interior security agencies, or you are going to just say the first 600 go to Block A at LWAC, second 600 go to this group and spend the whole day? Are you going to do it for 2 days or 1 day? What's the plan?
We are going to do it for a minimum of 5 days. This phase, actually the screening is in phases. So this is the phase 1, where we inspect their certificates and we do the physical body check. So we'll call Syria 1, they will inspect your certificate, inspect your, do the body check, you go. Syria 2 until we complete it. If we are able to complete it early enough, then maybe the next day we can consider maybe adding 100 or something just to fill the gap. But nobody will come morning and another group will come in the evening. We start with the group. Once we are done for the day, would have been done. Let me quickly chip in this. Some of the applicants came very early because they thought that when they come first, they'll be called first. That is not how it is done. We will be inviting the applicants based on their serial numbers. So we'll start from serial 1, 2, 3 in that order. So rushing there on time doesn't mean you'll be served first. So I thought I needed to put this across.
Okay. There's something innovative that the Minister for the Interior, Muntaka Mubarak, said a few days ago. He said that if people, so they have decided for their part, and it's not yours, but I just wanted to see if there's a way we can compare notes. They said that they would do the first 500 or 600 in the morning, the second group in the afternoon, and that if you are scheduled for the afternoon and you rush and come in the morning, you are automatically disqualified. We have seen what happened on Wednesday. We've seen that people came as early as 11 p.m. the previous night. Some came at 1 a.m. Some slept at the Elwak Stadium. What is your plan to prevent that from happening? Because it is the first come, first serve thing that has led to what we saw, isn't it?
Yeah, you're right. So what we have put in place is that we have beefed up the numbers of military police who will be at a checkpoint of every screening center. You will need to provide your summary sheet to be allowed in. If you are a non-member, we will appeal to the general public not to try coming there because we will not allow you. If it becomes necessary and we'll have to arrest you and hand over to the police, we will do so. And so in my press release, we requested the public that they should not accompany the applicant. So we have also beefed up our numbers. We'll have the military police in position to ensure that only applicants will be allowed in. And even if you're an applicant and you come at the wrong time, I'm sure it could even lead to your disqualification. So we are also doing something similar.
Okay. Are you going to send text messages to these people where they will know their serial number and the time of day they should come and which place they should come to, whether Elwak or Tema or Burma Camp?
Thank you. All the applicants have serial numbers. The moment they went online to apply, they were given serial numbers. So they have already. Now, we'll be sending them SMSs that will indicate where you are going, what time you are supposed to be there, and what date you are supposed to be there. So that is how we are doing it. And I also stated in the press release that if by Thursday you have not received any SMS, we have put out two numbers. One is for WhatsApp and one is for call. They could also come to the page, those numbers, and then get in touch with us. Aside that, we have the portal where they could go and check. We also update the portal from time to time. So they can either receive them SMS, go to the portal, or call or WhatsApp us. I don't know if I can mention the numbers, if that's fine with you.
Please do.
Okay. So for those who wish to call, the number is 0256 405 104. I take again 0256 405 104. For those who would want to WhatsApp us, the number is 0256 405 154. The difference is the last two digits, 0256 405 154 for WhatsApp messages. So they have all these avenues to explore.
But these are just for people who do not receive messages from you. If they do, they don't need to call or text these numbers.
They don't need to.
And you are sure that your IT system can support the calls when they start inundating you and the messages?
Oh, yes. We are expecting not more than 600 for each center. So, yes.
Okay.
We are ready to help them.
Last thing. I'm sure you had ambulances there. If you didn't, well, I'll ask whether you would have ambulances this time around. And would you please provide water and maybe canopies? I don't know. Just asking for and on behalf of those who go to queue in front of the U.S. Embassy who have been complaining.
Thank you. The last time we had ambulances, and this time we are going to have ambulances. I think one of the media houses captured it, that we had bottles of water made available inside to be given to the applicants. I think the issue of water maybe arises maybe when they are in the queue outside before they get there. So, yes, we have put all these things in place, and they were in place during the unfortunate incident. So, yes, canopies are going to be mounted. We are going to be having water for the applicants.
Very well.
Let me also appeal to the applicants to adhere to instructions. You are joining the armed forces, where we believe in orderliness and we believe in instructions, taking instructions, common instructions. Anybody that disobeys the instruction may find him or herself being disqualified. as simple as that. So they should endeavor to please listen to the instructions and follow it accordingly. Let me also add that as part of efforts to ease the pressure on the applicants and not take them too long, in Kumasi, for instance, we have also divided the Babayara Park into 2 centers. We have now added the KNUST Park into also 2 centers. So now we have 4 centers that are serving the Ashanti region, and everything is going on smoothly. The other regions are also going on well. OT, I just had information this evening that OT, they are done with the first phase of the screening. So this is just an update for you.
Thank you so much for speaking to us, and we wish you all the best.
Thank you so much for your time. I'm grateful.
That's Captain Veronica Ajo Ahin. She is the Acting Director General in charge of Public Relations at the Ghana Armed Forces. This is Eyewitness News on 97.3 Citi FM. So they've planned to continue with the recruitment in Accra on Thursday. They are sending messages to the applicants, and the centers are now 3, actually 4. So the naval base in Tema, the Air Force base in Burma Camp. So for naval base, for those who are applying to join the Navy, the Air Force base in Burma Camp for those who are applying to join the Air Force, and then for applying to join the Army from Thursday. The announcement is that if you do not receive your text message as to where to go to, please, you can send them a message on the numbers that she mentioned previously. Either send them a WhatsApp or make a phone call. This is Eyewitness News on 97.3 Citi FM. We have more coming your way. Please stay.
Eyewitness News. Be there as it happens.
Everywhere for everyone, yeah. The winning season is back, but this time I am collecting the wins like jollof at a wedding. The luckiest season 3 is here. Your chance to flip your luck, or maybe your bank accounts too.
2 easy ways to join. Dial *712#. Hit 1 to buy for you, or 2 to gift a friend. Feeling lucky? Pick 1 for a random number, or hit 2 to choose your own. Pay with mobile money. Done. You're in.
Or go to theluckiestafrica.com, click community tickets, choose your number, or let the system do so for you. You can buy a ticket for your boo or your favorite barber. Pay with Momo or card if you're abroad.
1 ticket could turn your 1 Ghana Citi into 500 times more, and the whole community could win 10 times over.
Dial *712# or log on.
Let's get lucky together, because luck is everywhere.
Play responsibly, not for persons under 18 years. This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
My hands a champion, creating temptation, 100% natural Kivo, ginger, garlic, onion, no salt, no MSG, no preservatives, steam them natural, chicken, fish and meat, yes,
Kivo 3 in 100% natural ginger, garlic, onion powder, incredible aroma, champion taste. This advert is FDA approved.
Ginger, garlic and onion, 3-in-1 Kivo.
The Kakamotobi come out in the festive season, and they are as scary as our bills. But we don't want to miss out on parties, family, and festivals. Whether you say Akwaba, Maraba, Wezo, or Obake, EcoBank says tap into 5s in the 5-star enjoyment promo. Be one of 10,000 lucky winners when you deposit multiples of 400 Ghana cedis or take a loan in multiples of 4,000 Ghana cedis to win up to 1.5 million Ghana cedis in cash and prizes. 1-year insurance cover, gift vouchers, and more. That's not all. Use your EcoBank card, mobile app, USSD, or POS to transact and enjoy up to 15% discount. Tap into vibes with EcoBank. T's and C's apply. Bill shouldn't scare you. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
EcoBank will never call or text asking you to verify sensitive information like your PIN, Ghana card, or bank card information. Pay better attention to details.
Oh, jump on
Go. Ah, Gugomi, at what time will you come back where I don't hear the sound of your car? Why you buy new car?
No, I not change my car. It be the same ride. It be the fuel way I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, so.
This is the type of fuel where they want to. Because now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it, go protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I go drive, sir.
Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it a protector. And what they bust my mind self be the 3-in-1 action, no? Excellium they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. Won't pay when I open them.
Hey, so where can I find this magical fuel?
Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you.
Hey, then make a finish my gobe fast, then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why your hand my gobe inside?
I give you info. Make a feel the gobe too small.
Go.
Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel, say Excellium. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
Let your voice be heard on Eyewitness News on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag Eyewitness News.
You're welcome back. This is Eyewitness News on 97.3 Citi FM. I'm Umaru Sandamadi here with Jubi Wiafi Akinton. Let's go now to the eastern region where there seems to be a problem there. The Inspector General of Police, Christian Tete Yohuno, has directed the immediate release of the Queen Mother of Kwawu, Nanajua Jemfua, following an operation by some officers at the Abene Palace earlier today. The IGP has also instructed the Police Professional Standards Bureau to investigate the circumstances surrounding the operation and ensure that any officer found culpable is sanctioned appropriately. The palace of the paramount chief of the Kwawu Traditional Council at Abene was reportedly attacked by armed men dressed in police uniforms claiming to be from the National Security Secretariat. Security has since been intensified in and around Kwawu to safeguard residents and visitors. Let's understand further what the situation is. The president's representative in Kwawu is the district chief executive for Kwawu East. Samuel Asamoah is his name. He's joined us on the line. Sir, you're welcome to Eyewitness News.
Thank you very much.
As chairman of the District Security Council, it's almost 12 hours now since we heard the information about a raid on the palace and an arrest. What are the facts that you have gathered so far?
First of all, let me greet all your listeners. And let me start by saying that the whole thing started at dawn today, around 3:30, 4 o'clock thereabout, when I received a call from some of my security officers informing me that there's a takeover at Abene Palace. In fact, we tried to actually do a background check, and it came out that it was true. So quickly, we decided to organize dissect meeting. And then my district commander had moved to the place to get, first-hand information from there. He went there, he saw everything, and it was true that some policemen are there in the palace with Nana Ajapon, the former paramount chief. He inquired about why they are there. They told him it was an operation from the police headquarters. In fact, he stayed there and kept on giving us updates. So we met at DASEC level, and then we decided as to how to go about it. I also called to inform the regional minister about what was going on over there in Abene. Until after the DASEC meeting, the former chief and the policemen actually left the place. By then, they had taken the Queen Mother to Accra, and then the paramount chief the current one also to Accra. Now, we placed a call and it came out that the two of them were there at the police headquarters. So after a direct meeting, we rushed back to Abene to verify what was going on. Actually, the place was very calm. There was no casualty as at the time, and even as we speak, there's no casualty so far. The place is very, very calm. And currently, the local police personnel have taken over protecting the palace. I don't know if you are aware, in the Kwao Enclave, we have regional command, we have divisional command, and then we have district command. So when I went there, the regional commander was there, the division and the district commanders were all there with their policemen. Then they called for reinforcement so that all of them can help protect the palace. So my brother, as we speak, no casualty. Abene is peaceful. The palace is under protection.
Okay. Now, in the morning or at dawn, we're told that there were gunshots. Where were the gunshots from?
There were changes. In the palace, there were some palace guards at the palace. So I think they started shooting. And then the police, I don't know, tactically moving to take over.
Okay. These people who came, have we confirmed whether they are from national security or from the police?
Because the paramount chief and the criminal mother were all taken to the police headquarters. One may suspect that they were coming from the police.
I'm asking this because the IGP has issued a statement asking for the ones who were arrested to be released and also for investigations. And I'm wondering how policemen or women would enter your territory, arrest or abduct a chief and a queen mother and leave the town only for the IGP later to claim ignorance of that. And I'm sure you as DISEC boss also did not know about that. So can we believe that they were state officers acting in the capacity of on behalf of the state?
That much, I don't think it will be prudent for me to go into it. Once IGP has come out with a statement, I think we all have to go by that. And let me also put on record that even though I'm the head of DISEC, once it is chieftaincy issue, when it becomes chieftaincy matter, we are not supposed to go into it. We will only look at the security aspect of it. So every now and then when we meet at DISEC, I always advise the security personnel that our mandate is to make sure that we maintain law and order in the place or around the area. We are not supposed to go into the substantive chieftaincy issues. When it is about chieftaincy matters, we have to leave it for Nananum and the law to take care of it.
Okay. Thank you so much. So for now, you have policemen whom you know and deployed manning the place, I believe, and maybe soldiers?
Yeah. Right now, my regional commander, personally, as at the time I was leaving the place, the regional commander was there, and the district commander was also there, including many other police personnel.
Very well. Thank you so much.
I also went there with some military personnel, but we came back. I took them back when I was coming back to the office.
Okay. Thank you for speaking to us, sir.
Thank you too. God bless you.
God bless you too. That's Samuel Asamoah. He's the District Chief Executive for Kwahu East in the Eastern Region. This is Eyewitness News on 97.3 Citi FM. We're coming to you from our studios in Accra. I'm Umaru Sandamadu here with the Jubi Riafi Akintin. Let's talk about the New Patriotic Party now. That party is preparing for elections in January to elect a flag bearer. Now, while the various candidates are campaigning, a member of the party is pissing in. Now, this member of the party is a former minister for environment science and technology. He was head of the Kolebu Teaching Hospital. He's a heart surgeon. His name is Professor Kwabena Frimpong Boateng. He has written an article that is on our website, citinewsroom.com. In fact, it's on graphic.com as well. It says, "Let's save NPP," Professor Frimpong Boateng writes. Now, the opinion that he has published is a stinker. I read a few paragraphs for you, and he says, "As if they do not know the state of the party, the mood of majority of party members, and the potential danger awaiting the party in the near future. The NPP lost the last general election by a disgraceful margin, and instead of documenting and analyzing the factors that led to that painful and disgraceful defeat and taking remedial measures to prevent future disgrace, the National Executive, hiding behind a spineless National Executive Council, decided to hide a hastily prepared report from the Ghanaian public. To add insult to injury, the National Executive, again hiding behind a spineless neck, took a decision to abandon the time-tested and wise tradition of electing the flag bearer of the party for the next general election 2 years before the elections when the party is in opposition, and decided a top-down approach of conducting that election almost 3 years before the next general election. The incompetent National Executive members and their puppet masters that led the party to the abominable and disgraceful defeat are orchestrating these schemes just because they want their preferred candidate to be elected again, whether by fair or foul means, so that they would have a chance of being elected again to the National Executive Committee. Whom do the National Executive and NEC think they are deceiving? This top-down approach is the beginning of rigging and corruption of the electoral process. What follows a corrupt internal election is aggrieved NPP members and sympathizers not turning up to vote in a general election, as was witnessed in December 2024. Do they think discerning NPP members, and for that matter Ghanaians, can't see the schemes being hatched? Privately, and in some cases openly, people are talking against the principle of corruption, and it appears nothing can be done about it. Our fathers and mothers who fought for the independence of the country were not that docile. The last election that elected Dr. Bawumia as flag bearer was conducted in a similar fashion, typical of recent NPP internal elections. The whole of the Akufo-Addo government apparatus and the party machinery were mobilized to favor the election of Dr. Bawumia, the establishment candidate. Weak delegates had their arms twisted, corrupt ones were allegedly bribed, and the cowardly were intimidated to vote for Dr. Bawumia. The backlash was the staying away of hundreds of thousands of NPP members from voting. Party apathy, coupled with blatant corruption, economic mismanagement, disregard of environmental degradation, and do-nothing attitude towards pollution of water bodies must have contributed to the loss of the election in December 2024. The article continues on and on. Let me speak to the party executives now, whom he has turned his guns to. Professor Kwabena Frimpong Boateng there. Henry Nana Boakye, a.k.a. Nana B, is national organizer of the New Patriotic Party. Nana B, welcome to Eyewitness News.
Mario, thank you very much for having me.
Your former minister is not happy with you. He said you and your colleagues in the executive want to be re-elected, so you decided to go for this bottom-up approach, and that you are being supported by what he calls a spineless national council. Very scathing attacks on your organization, saying that what you are doing will just spell doom for the NPP further.
Mario, thank you once again and good evening. I will not be provoked in unleashing maybe similar scathing attacks and then also maybe unfortunate words on unsavory comments on the respected Professor Frimpong Boateng. I will not do so. What I will say is that the article he's written clearly is unsubstantiated. It is baseless. It is false. I'm beginning to think that it's maliciously written to achieve a certain purpose. Why do I say so? in the opening paragraph of the article, it makes this comment that we did not put together a team to really go into what happened. Look, we had a team. It was put together by National Council. National Council is the second highest decision-making body of the party. It was headed by the respected former Speaker of Parliament, Professor Mike Okwe. They did a very diligent work, very detailed work. In fact, they traveled to all the 276 constituencies, spoke to different people, various people, major stakeholders. They visited stalwarts in the party, and they presented the report. First of all, it is not part of the party's principles to release internal reports, especially when we've put together a committee to look into what really caused our defeat. So, and over the years, we've never done that. I've been national youth organizer, I've been national organizer. We had the Honorable Safumafu committee. We never put out the report. In fact, before, we've even had the Humans committee. We never put out a report. It is an internal document. However, you see that the party will be following through the recommendations very well. So we don't make it public. So those comments made by Professor Fumbatin, very, very, very unfortunate. Second point is that we have not done anything untoward. Look, everything we have done, and we have not done any top-down approach. There's absolutely nothing like that. Maybe if he had sought for some clarification or some education on what went on, I'm not sure that he would have written this article. The reason why I'm saying so is that the presidential primaries, which is happening on the 31st of January 2026, is purely constitutional. The party's constitution under Article 13 is so clear that when the party is in opposition, we should elect our flag bearer not later than 2 years before the elections. Right, so we are within that period. Now, after Professor Michael Kray presented its report, there was also a Frank Davis report, because the report, when it was submitted to National Council, triggered another committee to look into our constitution, because some of the recommendations clearly will require that we go through constitutional amendment. So we again put together a committee, that is the Frank Davis Committee. The Frank Davis Committee also presented their report to National Council, and profoundly, one of the major issues that came up was the election of our flag bearer, and why it has been a major problem for the party. The last electionary cycle, Umaru, we spent 3 years conducting internal elections, meaning we spent 3 years harboring, infighting, misunderstanding, because every election will come with its own misunderstanding, problems here and there. We spent 3 years out of the 4 years on internal elections, and most of these elections are also connected to the presidential elections. So in the wisdom of the Constitutional Amendment Committee, they said that the many people they spoke to said that we need to have the presidential primaries early, so that we will have a leader, presidential candidate, who would unite the entire party behind him, so that we can secure victory in 2020. And the unfortunate loss, look, we've never experienced such a loss before, and it's so clear. And sometimes difficult situation would have to come up with some, deep and very detailed solutions to combat such problems. So we've never done anything unconstitutional. So the Article 13, we never touched it. In fact, in the wisdom of the Amendment Committee, they said that, in fact, Article 13 gives National Council the power, the authority to determine the date. That is well within the confines of the Constitution, and that is what the party did. We've never done, indeed we went for a national conference because conference is the only body mandated to amend or to approve any form of amendment in our Constitution. And you recall that in July we had our conference, and conference also approved the many amendment proposals we put before. Some they rejected, others they approved. And that is why we are here today. Look, the party is well structured, and as we speak, we have a formidable elections committee that is headed by, again, the respected Joe Sewusu. Before, we had a vetting committee that was headed by Dr. Adokufo. So we've had a lot of respected, experienced, high-profile personalities in the party manning these processes. Let me also state that the point he makes about some people or a group of persons hatching a certain agenda to rig the elections for one particular country, this is false. And again, I'm not expecting this to come from the good professor. This is so false. Look, we have these two bodies, and so far, they've been very transparent with everybody. Nobody can rig these elections. Nobody can rig these elections. They've been so transparent with their dealings. I've even received a letter to be part of a meeting this week where the elections committee will be meeting the presidential candidates. Okay. They will be voicing out their concerns, and they've been having interactions with them constant. Mm-hmm. Nobody can rig this election. So I am surprised. And you see, it will be unfortunate for such comment, especially where we are, because we've gone through all of this. Yes, there will be some argument as when we started this. There's absolutely nothing like top-down approach in this. What we have done is to have the presidential primary on 31st. Okay. Afterwards, we will do our polling station elections, our constituency elections, our regional elections, our national elections. We are not going to do the presidential elections. Okay. Then we are going to do the national executive elections, the regional elections, the constituency before we come to polling.
Thank you, Nana.
No.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for speaking to us. That's Henry Nana.
Thank you very much, Omar.
He's national organizer of the New Patriotic Party. This is Eyewitness News on 97.3 Citi FM. Let's go to the presidency now. The Chief Justice has been sworn in today.
Well, President John Dramani Mahama has sworn in Paul Bafuboni as Ghana's new Chief Justice. The ceremony held at the Jubilee House in Accra today follows Parliament's approval of his nomination earlier this month. At the event, President Mahama urged the new Chief Justice to help strengthen integrity within the judiciary.
The Constitution of Ghana guarantees fundamental human rights and freedom of all persons in Ghana. But rights have meaning only when they are effectively protected and enforced. The courts are the last refuge for the vulnerable, the poor, the marginalized, children, persons with disability, and all those who feel powerless in the face of authority or abuse. And so I trust that under your stewardship, the judiciary will deepen the protection of human rights and civil liberties, and that the judiciary will ensure that justice is not tilted in favor of the wealthy or powerful, and that it strengthens specialized courts and divisions where necessary to address issues such as family welfare, land disputes, commercial disputes, environmental protection, and corruption, and to promote alternative dispute resolution mechanisms to complement the formal courts, especially in community and family disputes. Justice must not be an abstract principle.
You heard President John Dramani Mahama. On his part, the Chief Justice pledged to uphold the rule of law, respect the separation of powers, and protect the Constitution, as well as ensure the well-being of the judiciary.
We will strive together to raise the brand of the judiciary in the minds of the people, not simply as an institution they must contend with, but as one that belongs to them and works for them. Mr. President, in accepting this office, I give my solemn word that I will uphold the rule of law, respect the separation of powers, and protect the Constitution. I will respect the independence of every judge and ensure that the judiciary remains free from improper influence. I will also insist on accountability, because independence without responsibility breeds entitlement.
You heard Chief Justice Paul Bafuboni.
Eyewitness News. Be there as it happens.
Flight 715 is now boarding.
Welcome to the Stanbic Bank app that makes you live a lot more like
topping up my electricity before ECG do me yawa.
That's smart. And you have to send mom money. Forgot?
Easy. We'll just transfer from the app.
We are about to take off.
Okay, let me also enable my travel notice.
It was that easy, huh?
Ah, complete. Now I can use my card abroad without it getting declined.
Hey, you forgot to pay your water bill. The guys are outside to disconnect.
Wait a minute. Water bill payment? Done.
Why you lucky?
Charlie, my Stanbic Bank app sorting me back to back.
Level up and do more with the Stanbic Bank app. Download now on Google Play and Apple App Store. Visit stanbicbank.com.gh or call 0302-815-789 to get started. Stanbic Bank.
Oh, jump on now. Go, the go. Go me. At what time when you come back, we are not hear the sound of your car? Why you buy new car?
No, I not change my car. It be the same ride. It be the fuel way I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, it's so.
This is the type of fuel where they want to. Cause now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it, it go protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I go drive sir.
Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it a protector. And what they boss my mind self be the 3-in-1 action. No, Excellium they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. Won't pay when I open them.
Hey, so where can I find this magical fuel?
Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you.
Hey, then make a finish my go be fast, then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why your hand my go be inside?
I give you info. Make a feel the go be too small.
The go.
Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel, say Excellium. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
It's your day off and you end up looking after the baby while your wife goes off to work. You realize you have no idea how to change a diaper. So you video call your wife.
Hello, darling.
Yeah, hello.
Kojo, is everything alright?
Everything is not alright. I'm not seeing Topo. How do I change a baby's diaper, please?
Kojo. Okay, first, put the diaper.
The video call freezes. While you wait for the internet to catch up, the baby sprouts a fountain and wets the diaper. As you are getting a new one, your wife comes back online.
Kojo, no!
But I have to go and get a new diaper. What must I do next? I beg, quick.
Open the front of the diaper. It's the side that has...
Wow, look, the video freezes again. Abba.
By now you know where the conversation is going. There's no buffering in real life, so why accept it from your internet connection? Get connected and experience ultra-fast internet to your home, powered by MTN Fiber Broadband from the Internet Masters.
MTN, everywhere you go.
Who is calling me this other one?
Hello. Good evening, Kwame.
Good evening.
We are into baby foods and would like to introduce...
Wait a minute. How did you get my number? You just use ways and means to find people's numbers and be calling them by heart. No respect for privacy or anything at all.
Oh, Bra Kwame.
Is your business privacy ready? Do you collect and use information of people in your line of work, like their name, number, location? You might be doing the wrong things. Whether you're a big company or a small one, you must respect people's right to privacy. Register and be certified by the Data Protection Commission of Ghana. It is the law. You will receive the necessary training, advice, and guided on the right systems to put in place to help protect information you collect about people. Register your company. It's simple and online. Visit www.dataprotection.org.gh to register. Privacy is the responsibility of everyone. Remember, privacy is personal.
Christmas, my favorite time of the year.
This festive season,
Volta Serene Hotel invites you to experience the magic of Christmas and New Year like never before. From 20th of December to the 1st of January, step into a world of joy, music, laughter, and celebration. We begin on the 20th with a soulful carols night, filling the air with warmth and melody. Then, on 23rd and 24th of December, arrive in style as we welcome you with fresh coconut and local treats. Christmas Day brings pure delight, exciting moments for kids, relaxing escape for adults, and an elegant all-white dinner under the stars, crowned with a spectacular fireworks display. On Boxing Day, embrace culture and rhythm, from picnics and traditional dance to an unforgettable high life and old school night. As the week unfolds, enjoy movie night, live music, karaoke, and endless fun, until we welcome 2026 with a breathtaking fireworks show on New Year's Eve. Special Christmas packages starting from 4,050 for individuals, 5,250 for couples, and 8,900 Ghana cedis for a family of 4 for 2 nights. Call or WhatsApp 0541 539 867 or 0362 025 243 to book your experience today. Volta Serene Hotel. Feel the serene touch.
Eyewitness News. Be there as it happens.
Get the details. Every significant financial transaction, every market movement, and all the policies that affect your business. Citi Business News. Be informed.
Time now for Citi Business News on Eyewitness News. I am Ijubi Wiafe Akente. Let's settle for the details. Government has reiterated that the 2026 budget is anchored on 3 core priorities: growth, jobs, and economic transformation, which it believes are essential for stabilizing the economy and positioning it for a sustained recovery. According to the Finance Ministry, these pillars represent the most practical pathways to rebuilding momentum after recent fiscal and external pressures. Speaking at the KPMG Post-Budget Forum in Accra on behalf of the Finance Minister, Chief Economics Officer and Director of Real Sector Division at the Finance Ministry, Samuel Arkest, highlighted the macroeconomic reasoning behind the budget.
To understand the health of an economy in a single word, the GDP becomes the natural variable. But I can see there are many academics here. It's always a questionable position because I see UNDP here mentioning social development, poverty, etc., because it has its flaws as far as poverty is concerned. And I think we've been hearing in the media space how the GDP is not addressing issues of poverty. But there are reasons for that. For the first time, you see the Ghana Statistical Service has presented monthly proxies of GDP. We had always had annual, we went to quarter and monthly for a reason. It's not easy to calculate those figures on a high frequency basis. Now, similar with poverty indicators, unless you do a census or survey, which cannot be done every year, you will not naturally have those figures. So if you don't see it in the budget, it's not because you don't prioritize it, but it's because the allocation of the resources, which is a key part of the budget, is engineered towards those poverty angles. So today, one of the major things I want to leave you with is that GDP growth still reigns supreme, and it's not surprising, it's the first angle of the theme. Now going on to jobs, again linking to the poverty side, GDP without it affecting the people is meaningless.
Chief Economics Officer and Director of Real Sector Division at the Finance Ministry, Samuel Arkest. Meanwhile, the Association of Ghana Industries has urged a stronger focus on industrialization, calling for at least 70% of goods on the local market to be domestically produced. Member of the AGI's Economic Affairs Committee and Chairman of the construction sector, Eric Defo, said research shows this would reduce import dependence and strengthen domestic value chains.
If we want to transform the economy and take control of our economy, we need to be inverting that percentage where we're scaling up to 70% and then maybe importing 30%. The reality is that most of our manufacturing and industrial plants are struggling. And they are struggling from the cost of credit, the unavailability of long-term finance, energy costs, taxation, etc. But we play in the real economy. We create the jobs. When you look at the GDP and the sources of revenue coming into the GDP. It's mostly from agri, being cocoa because of pricing, not necessarily volumes. It's coming from the extractive industry, the minerals because of pricing, but they don't create that many jobs. And then also services. Services also don't create that many jobs as industry does. So we need to realign our priorities and focus a lot more on industry because that is where we can create a job.
That was a member of AGI's Economics Affairs Committee and chairman of the construction sector, Eric Defo. Now, Cabinet has given the green light to a major digital infrastructure reform that will see fiber optic ducts and access chambers integrated into all new road construction projects nationwide. The policy, widely known as the Dig Once policy, follows sustained advocacy by the Ghana Chamber of Telecommunications, which has revealed that nearly 60% of fiber cuts in Ghana are caused by road and construction activities, disruptions that have cost the industry an estimated $69 million in repairs between 2021 and the third quarter of 2025. Minister for Government Communications, Digital Technology and Innovation, Sam George, made the announcement at the Africa Tech Festival in Cape Town.
The Cabinet has approved this. Every new road is also going to be a digital new road. We're going to ask the contractors to build a fiber chamber right next to the road so that everybody who wants to lay their fiber, what we've done effectively is we've taken your OPEX or the CAPEX of having to dig, and all you need to do is just buy right of way. It's cheaper for you, and then you can re-farm that capex into OPEX to drive connection. And I think that's one of the things I want to leave here as a roadmap for us to deploy fiber very quickly. If we deploy fiber very quickly across Africa, we'll open up new channels of wealth for our people.
Sam Nati George is Minister for Communications, Digital Technology and Innovations. MTN Ghana is restructuring its mobile money operations as part of the efforts to meet new localization requirements under the country's Payment Systems and Services Act. The company has announced a statutory merger between Mobile Money Limited (MML) and a newly formed entity, Mobile Money Fintech Limited, which will become the surviving company and continue to operate MTN's fintech business in Ghana. The move is aimed at satisfying the legal requirement that mobile money operators hold at least 30% local equity to qualify for a license as a dedicated electronic money issuer. The merger is being executed under an agreement signed on 31st October 2025. Copies of the full merger document have been made available at the registered offices of both companies for inspection by shareholders, creditors, and any persons entitled to the information. And that's all for Citi Business News on Eyewitness News. I am Ejubi Biafe Akenti. Up next is Point Blank.
Make a choice. Go for it. You need support to achieve. A new verse awaits you. The Republic Verse, where you're treated as uniquely as you are. Succeed, thrive, outshine yourself. This is our verse, the Republic Verse. Join the Republic Verse and big up. Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Are you feeling tired after a hard day's work? Have you lost your appetite even for your favorite dish? Viral Blood Tonic is a nutritionally balanced, pleasant-tasting tonic fortified with iron and vitamins to boost your appetite and energy levels for high performance. Viral Blood Tonic, easy to take and good for the family. Viral from Danex Iting Starwin PLC. If symptoms persist after 48 hours, consult a physician. This advert is FDA approved.
We asked Ghanaian business owners what they want from Old Mutual.
I want insurance and pension solutions that will protect my employees.
Your business growth is our business. For 180 years, we have partnered with businesses to protect and grow their most valuable assets. From tailored group life assurance protection to affordable pension plans, we've got your business and your employees covered. Contact your broker or call Old Mutual on 0509 551 609 today. Old Mutual, do great things every day.
Eyewitness News. Be there as it happens.
This is Point Blank on Eyewitness News. I am Umaru Sandamadu. Tonight on Point Blank, you know those people who ask questions, plenty questions. Anope Udi then. How many times do you go to the loo? Do you sleep early? How many hours do you sleep? My mother always complains to me. Those people ask you, they even ask how many intestines you have. Yeah, those are doctors. That's what they do. They have a room, they call it consulting room. But there is actually an interview room. So they went to Congress over the weekend, Ghanaian doctors. And in a very, very competitive election, they returned a president, a new president, in the name of Professor Dr. into bracket Med Ernest York as their new president of the Ghana Medical Association. So we decided to bring him in studio for his first interview. Is this your first interview?
No.
Oh, too bad. I was hoping, but this is your first in-studio interview.
It is your first in-studio interview, you're right.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Maru.
Listeners, he saw my face and he said, I'm not well. He said, I'm look tired. I'm not well. Prescribe something for me. What will you prescribe?
Well, I prescribe rest.
Rest.
Yes.
Thank you. My boss, I listening. They say I should go home and sleep, so I shouldn't come to work tomorrow. For how many days? Please give me leave.
It's not medication.
Give me medical excuse.
Excuse duty verbally.
Give me like 3 weeks.
Ouch! I won't do that. I have a responsibility.
Prof, congratulations. How
Thank
are you?
I'm all right. Thank you.
How is it feeling? Winning that very competitive election from the weekend.
Oh, feels good. Very competitive, as you put it. By the end, I think that the doctors knew what we stand for and that their interest is what we seek. As Nkrumah said, we never look left or right.
East or west.
East or west, but we look forward.
Mm.
Great. So, that's who we are.
I see.
And the interest of GMA is what we stand for. And exactly that is what I'll be pursuing with my executives going forward.
Who is Ernest York?
Well, I'm a Fanti boy.
Okay.
From Mankesim.
Okay.
That's where my dad from. My mom from Ijuma Kubisiansi. And apparently Atufosin is my MP actually.
Oh, I see.
So
not your relative?
Nah.
Okay.
Ankara to Michel. And I grew up in Winneba and matured in Accra, attended Presec. So one of your colleagues is...
that noise is good. People are stressing us.
Okay.
We're always talking plenty.
Yes.
Whatever.
So I'm under that year, 1992.
Okay.
And I attended University of Ghana Medical School. And I'm a specialist in internal medicine and also as an endocrinologist.
What is that?
So endocrinology, we are interested in glands and hormones. Okay. So diabetes, for instance, gland swelling. If you get an infection of the throat, sometimes you feel that there's swelling here.
Okay.
You've seen these huge necks that people carry. We call it goiter.
Yes.
Fantifo and form say compo.
Okay.
Those problems are what we deal with.
So you're a surgeon, you cut it? Or
no, I don't.
It?
I would treat the chemical imbalances in the body, including hormonal imbalances that affect sugars. That is diabetes. So that's my specialty.
You mentioned diabetes. Why is diabetes a new disease that is killing people and affecting almost everybody has diabetes now? Why? What is it?
It isn't a new disease. I mean, it's been with us for centuries.
Really?
That killed.
But it's not that we hear about it too.
No.
Is it there's normal sugar we eat, or where does it come from?
Well, it is a situation where your body is not able to handle sugar, simply put. But it's not just raw sugar, but almost every food source is starch, and everything that we eat is turned into sugar of some form. And the body is able to utilize it. But when the hormone that is responsible for ensuring that happens, called insulin, is either deficient or is not working well, then your blood glucose goes up. That's where we say you have diabetes.
But the numbers we keep seeing, is it a sedentary lifestyle kind of thing? Is it a lifestyle thing, or it is hereditary, or is something we are breathing or eating?
It's a bit of both. You remember now, when we're growing up, you had a girlfriend, you walk to her house, after speaking to her, she will walk you back to your place. You go back. There was no telephone. We did a lot of walking. Even within my hospital, Kolebe, where I work, departments. The Kolebe is a huge place. I've seen people drive in between departments, and so we're becoming quite sedentary. So that's one factor. So we are piling on calories, and then food is also a bit more abundant than it used to be. I'm sure we all are aware. Yeah. And then eating junk and poor food. We think that we've come of age. We are
We've
eating
arrived.
a lot of shawarmas, fried rices, which is, teamed with calories. So these are the few reasons why diabetes is coming to the fore a lot more.
Listeners, we are in a consulting room tonight because we have the chief of all Ghanaian doctors is my guest today. He's president of the Ghana Medical Association, Professor Ernest York. And so I was just trying to test his knowledge on the medicine side, which is just shown tremendous knowledge in.
Before I've been accused of being a quack, is it?
Yeah, no. I was just testing you, especially since you mentioned quack, you replaced the person who was appointed to the NHIS board, whose appointment became a big controversial issue. The lady,
sure,
Dr. Daly. How does that feel that you came to replace another quote and unquote doctor?
Well, I think for me it's a call to duty, and when national duty calls, I think it's a privilege, and I don't think it would have been good for me to turn it down. It was unfortunate what happened, but I think that they needed to replace it with somebody everybody can vouch for.
Okay.
And I'm glad that lot fell on me, and I've been serving since I was appointed.
What is the status of the NHIS, whose board you are on?
Well, I don't think I intend to speak for NHI here. I'm a board member. Usually we leave these discussions for the CEO to do. But generally, I would say that I think it's in a healthy situation than the current board met it. And as we speak, we are not in current arrears.
Okay.
And disbursements are going as often as it should be. And then a lot more that the board is championing. We are looking at rolling out, partnering the Ghana Medical Trust Fund to roll out, free universal health for all Ghanaians and many others.
Okay.
I think I'll just leave it at that.
Your theme, and let's talk about GMA politics now, for your annual general conference at which you were elected, was strengthening public-private partnership for sustainable healthcare delivery.
Yeah.
Can you tell us the inspiration behind that theme and what it will translate into our general medical health supply?
So, Umaru, I've heard your story, very humble beginnings, but I think I can confidently say that you are now a middle class.
Hey.
Yes, you are.
But nobody told me.
Oh, yeah, I am telling you.
Okay, thank you.
Your shirt is CV tells us.
So this is vetted and approved by you?
Yes, I do. Sanctioned.
I accept.
And those, and I know that if you seek help, you probably would use one of these private hospitals as your first call. I'm not saying you never use public places.
I do callable.
And other private places.
Yes.
Yeah. So
maybe because of distance.
Yes, and proximity and convenience.
But I haven't gone to the hospital in a long time, so
God bless your soul.
Alhamdulillah.
So the thing is, they are scattered all over the place, especially in Accra. Very good, reputable private places. You are aware of the CHAG institutions, Christian Health Association of Ghana. In many parts of Ghana, the northern regions, the Buno and all that, they are huge. You are aware of the private health diagnostic centers in Accra. You can mention them. Individual hospitals and all. And you're aware of the private health institutions, training nurses and all that. And we thought that there's a lot more that can be leveraged by the presence of the private sector in healthcare delivery. And so we brought various stakeholders. The Minister of Health was there. We had other experts, financial experts, to rethink and relook at the place of the private sector in ensuring that, the public good of healthcare is delivered in a way that will be meaningful to Ghanaians. And the public sector cannot do it all. And recently, you heard the minister talking about partnering private sector and retooling some of the hospitals. So he's asking for private persons to set up diagnosis centers in public institutions so that it becomes like a joint venture. In that case, it's properly managed, unlike the situation where the public just looks on for these things to deteriorate. How do we consider even siting of health facilities across the country? You've heard about Agenda 111, for instance. A lot of them are lying fallow. How then do we leverage on private capital, private interest to take up and complete them and grant them some incentives instead of tooling? Why can't we grant some tax holidays, for persons who set up in these deprived areas? And one of the agendas that I intend to push, if they import, say, a CT scan to serve a need in a very deprived area. Can you not give them port waivers? Or
even though they are going to charge exorbitant
because you
fees?
see, you don't have all all of it to provide where and when it is needed. So the little you can do as a facilitator, being the government, is to consider some of these things. So we thought that we should bring these minds together, look at where we can even get capital, for instance, cheaply, some within, some without, outside this country. Let point people to where they can get affordable financing to be able to set up these things. So we see them as partners.
In fact, because of what you've said, let me just draw. There's a hospital in Ashaiman. It's a 4-story building that has been put up by, well, it's not a hospital yet. It's a building intended for a hospital. It's put up by Zongo boys from Ashaiman who live Abrochiri, who have been bringing money back home small. They decided to build a hospital for the community. They have built the thing they are working on. They say they need small support from the government to complete it for the community. So I'm sure this is the kind of thing you're talking about. So voluntary private support, and the government should provide facilities and enabling environment.
Yes, and the situation of the CHAC, for instance, the missions or mission, the churches and all would build the hospital and tool it, but the employees are paid by government.
Okay, so give it back to them.
Yeah, so they are run by the missions.
Yeah, I'm saying, so what's your view? Do you want them to recruit their own doctors and nurses and pay them?
No, I'm just saying that it is one of the ways.
Okay, so that's a PPP idea.
So quasi, yes. Okay. So the staff is paid by government, but the facility is owned by the churches. Okay. And they offer health in a meaningful way to very deprived areas. So the situation you allude to in Ashaman, I'll be glad to, maybe you can share contacts.
I'll
we would try and lead them to places where we say that this is for a public good. It's not for profit. You know,
that would be helpful.
Absolutely.
Now, posting doctors to rural areas has also been an issue.
Yes.
Is it something that is there a solution to it? What solution would it be?
I think that the solutions are known to everyone. We need to really be bold, and grab the bull by the horn, Umaru. JMA has been part of a document that is lying fallow at the ministry, gathering that it's called the Deprived Area Incentive, where it is proposed that those health practitioners that serve in rural areas, for instance, would get some extra income. Because I sit in Accra, privately I can work extra, outside my working hours and get some extra cash. But in the village, you may not have it. And they are sometimes work 24 hours. So why should all be paid the same? So this incentive is being proposed. It's in the document, but we are waiting for the minister, and I'm encouraging Honorable Mitanka, if he's listening to me, that he should be bold and revisit that document. And I'll be coming with my executive to see him on this so that this is done. Because one, it enhances the proper distribution of health workers, and it also reduces the chances of people going outside. Now the young ones are leaving.
Should we say that all new doctors be posted to the rural areas first before they make their way back to the city centers? Could that work?
Oh, I think the way should be equitable distribution. You need to know where the population is.
Because you do housemanship is your national service equivalent, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
So that one, government has control over you.
They have.
Can government then say that all housemanship people or housemen should go to rural hospitals and serve them?
No, so they do 2 years actually. Okay. So the first one is in a facility that has a specialist.
Okay.
And so if it is a rural, then there's a specialist, because you need to consolidate their knowledge, polish their skills during that period. But the second year is the true national service period, where the government decide that by a stroke of a pen you are going to Zapzugu or Wale or whatever, and you have no say about it. It doesn't matter whether they're specialists there or not. It's purely to offer service. And let me just quickly add, recently there was a portal open for medical officers, and when the application was completed, a lot more people are choosing the urban areas. But I'm aware that process has been pulled by the ministry, and to reorder the distribution to ensure equity in the distribution of health.
Doc, another problem, which for me is even personal, is the situation with foreign trained doctors, particularly Cuba. We send them there on scholarship, right, for 6 or 7 years. They return, and the deployment becomes an issue. I don't know if they are members of your association or not, but how you think we can deal with them, that we spend resources on them, they return, and a lot of them I don't know. I think there's this licensure exam that's written. It's like a blocking. I don't know whether it's proper that we should be doing that.
Oh yeah, Umaru. You know, we train in Ghana. We know the quality. We know who we are. And you train outside. Yes, we can have an idea what the quality of training is, but we can only assume. So we have our standards that if you come back, you need to satisfy that standard. And indeed, the level they are examining that is the final year level of our medical students.
Okay.
So it is a very fair exam. I've been part of the board of Medical and Dental Council for almost 15 years.
Okay.
You know, so I know what I'm saying. And it is not a punitive exam. It's just to sieve and say you are ready and safe to practice medicine and dentistry in this country, so that the ordinary person is not harmed or is protected. Okay. That's all it is. Unfortunately, some of our foreign colleagues trained find it a bit difficult. But the good thing is that now there are some midway training institutions that when they come, they are reoriented.
Refresher courses.
Yes, for about 6 months, and they go through.
Okay.
And let me quickly add that now even the locally trained doctors are going to write licensure exam.
Is new or?
It is new.
So if you finish, say, at the University of Ghana Medical School,
you will be graduated as a doctor from University of Ghana Medical School, but you write a licensure exam to be licensed to practice medicine and dentistry.
And this is a new law?
Yes, the proposal was made about 7 years ago, and the schools are aware, the graduating students are aware, and February next year, I'm aware that the first exam will happen.
Interesting. I'm sure they will not be very happy hearing you saying that they have new exams coming up.
Oh, they know.
If that's their field, then they'll do it.
Sure.
Now, you have a new mandate as the president of the GMA. You were previously vice president. Before then, were you any other portfolio?
Yes, I had. Altogether, I've served GMA close to 2 decades.
Oh, wow. Starting from where?
I was the junior doctor spokesperson, and I served on the National Executive Council. Okay. I became the divisional means the regional.
Okay.
The secretary. I became the vice chairman, and I served as chairman for Greater Accra region for over 10 years.
So you're a Ghana Medical Association member through and through?
Absolutely.
You're okay.
Bona fide member.
Now let's talk about your mandate. So how long are you going to be this term that you have been elected for? Is it 4 years?
No, it's 2 renewable.
2 years.
Second.
What is your agenda for Ghanaian doctors?
Well, GMA is primarily a trade union, and so matters of welfare will occupy my attention mostly. Mm-hmm. As we speak, we have issues with our condition of service. A lot of provisions are standing, and issues of, you may not know about 30-month salary, which has suffered a lot of setbacks, non-basic allowance, vehicle importation, duty that was scrapped by this current government. And I'll use this opportunity to remind the powers that please, I'll be coming to you again, because I will engage you even before the elections. This is at the heart of the matter for doctors, and they tell me that I should convey this information, that they are not letting it go. So please, let's work together to restore that.
Should we expect more strikes from you under GMA? You leading GMA, should we see more strikes?
I'm not sure the last time you heard us going on strike. We only use strike as a last resort, and we've been engaging. As you heard me say, we've engaged a lot with regards to our conditions of service, and now some of it are in the bosom of Labour Commission. We hope that it is resolved speedily. And last strike is the very last, and I don't want to lead strike, but if it has to happen, why not? But again, we believe in dialogue, and we are committed in doing so. And beyond the welfare issues, of course, we are also interested in advocacy, especially in the health space, to be at the table, to make our voices heard, and to influence policy for the overall good of the Ghanaians.
Your election was heavily discussed on social media. They say that your competitor was MPP. My own friend and brother, Dr. Justice Youngson, was MPP, and that you, by extension, would then be NDC. If it is true that you are NDC and you went into this election and won, and the government in power is NDC, we shouldn't expect any seriousness from the GMA, should we? Where you would take on the government?
No,
that's what they expect.
I think these discussions went on during the electioneering, and I think the good people of GMA decided that they won't buy any of those. I see those accusations as all propaganda. However, Now that I've won, I'm looking forward. As I said, I never look east nor west. Looking forward. My colors are blue, red, white, which is NDC color. It's not MPP colors.
No, which is MPP colors, not NDC.
No, it's NDC color.
MDC.
It's GMA colors.
Please use the full word so that it does.
Okay,
so your colors are
red, blue, white
with an elephant.
No, these are the GMA colors. They are not MPP colors.
Your color is red,
yes,
blue, white.
So I'm just iterating the fact that I am pure breed, and my conviction is to serve the people of GMA, and that is why I think overwhelmingly the doctors gave me their money despite all those negative retorts.
Because you are a member of the board of NHIS, you are almost seen as a member of the government, and that's why I'm asking whether people can trust that you can hold the government's feet to the fire.
I'm not a member of government. Look, I have served on, I told you, MDC board for over 15 years. I served on Ghana College Council board under both government. I speak as GMA has sent me to serve on Ghana Prisons Council. So it's something that I do. I'm there on my merit, my qualifications, and my experience. And that is my guiding principle. And GMA is my focus. If I have to hold the government's feet to fire, I would. And you heard me saying and giving the caution about outstanding conditions of service issue that I said will be
so engaging. If there's need for demonstrations, you would go. If there's need for strike, you would do.
Absolutely. And I said strike is not our first option. Okay. But if it comes to the crunch, yes, we would use it.
What would be the approach of the GMA under your leadership when it comes to fighting galamsey, a big issue that we've talked about in this country?
Well, we all know that it's decimating the environment. There's a lot of pillage going on. There have been attempts to solve it over the years, but I think what has to change is the sustainability of all the efforts. There's a discussion between what you call state of emergency. Somebody say calling them security zones. We are not experts to take sides in that. Let the experts decide. Let the government decide. But what we are interested in, would the measures that you are taking, would it work? And we will certainly, as civil society organization, will partner those in the space as well to continue to push and encourage that whatever has to be done must be done, and must be done now, because present generation and the future generation.
So what must be done? Because that's a debate now. Should the government declare a state of emergency or not? Last year, your association was part of the general worker unions that decided that they were going to go on strike if the government didn't impose a state of emergency. Now there's a new government. There's a slow attempt, or there's a lackadaisical attitude towards the government's enforcement of state of emergency. What would be your approach now that you are president?
So, like I said, I think I will restate that whether it's a state of emergency or calling the places where galamsey is happening security zones, we are not experts to decide which is right.
But you're the ones who treat people who are not well.
No, but we are not security. We are not security experts.
You tell us there's lead. You tell us.
No, there is lead. There's arsenic. There's cyanide. It's killing people. So that is our interest.
So you are experts.
No, experts in the medical side of things, but not in security.
Okay.
So if you call it state of emergency, it's a security issue.
Okay.
If you are calling galamsey sites a security zone, that is not our field. So we will leave that call for the experts to decide, for governments and the political parties to banter and decide which one is better. For us, what we are interested in is the measures that you deem right. When you start taking it, is it achieving results?
Okay.
So that's where we are going to police and make sure that they work. And we are going to do that consistently. Now that I'm the new person on the block, trust me, I'm going to be quite regular. And that is why in our first press statement, you find that we put that there.
We have to go now, but your final words to your association members who voted for you, any promise to them so that in the next 2 years, when you're going for re-election, I'll play it back for them.
Well, colleague doctors, this is your newly elected president, and thanks for reposing your trust in me. We are in this together. Your health welfare issues will dominate my attention, particularly conditions of service. But again, I cannot do it without your support. My doors are open. Kindly reach out to me anytime. But help us, engage the relevant authorities, especially in the health policy space, for our voices to be heard, and we will be at the table to advance your interests. So give me your support, and we shall succeed collectively. in the interest of the people of Ghana.
Your fellow Odadia Bernard Avles sends his regards. You who are annoying us in this country.
They pay you, Papa.
They pay down, they pay me.
They pay you.
But thank you so much, Prof, for joining us on Point Blank.
Thank you, Mario.
That's Professor Dr. MED, Med. So Dr. Medical.
Yes.
So now when we call you doctors, and if you are the syringe doctors, we should call you the stethoscope doctor. We should add med.
Okay, so
if you are
the reason we added was because of quackery.
Okay.
And people who pretend to be medical doctors.
So that you are distinct.
Absolutely.
Professor Dr. Medical Doctor, that is Ernest York, new president, Ghana Medical Association. Thank you for joining us on Point Blank.
Thank you, Maru.
And I'm Omar Rusandamado. I did this with the Jubi Wiafia Kentem, produced tonight by Sami Wiafi, Kobna Wilson and Fred Jabon, as well as Juliana Odamia Sari. Technical support from Desmond Nyakun and new media support from Emmanuel Usu and the new media team. We'll return tomorrow at 17:30 GMT. Thank you for listening. Have a good night.